Bola Tinubu. What do you make of that position?
So I think some of our colleagues, with profound respect, are causing confusion. The law is there. Section 285 of the Constitution prescribes 180 days for dealing with election petitions at the Court of Appeal. If there is an appeal, you have additional 60 days. So altogether, you are talking of 8 months. In the case of governors, governorship elections, governorship election petitions, you are talking of 10 months, 180 days in the tribunal, 60 days in the Court of Appeal, and 60 days in the Supreme Court. If people are saying that we should go back to the drawing table, deploy and use technology properly, then we can amend the Constitution to allow election petitions to be disposed of within 2 or 3 weeks. But whereas in this case, the petitioner did not file their petition until 21 days after the election. So you can't be talking of 7 days or 14 days. But again, as I said, after this exercise, we can go back to the drawing table and amend the Constitution and the Electoral Act to allow for a situation whereby you don't even go to the Court of Appeal. If you are talking of presidential election petition, as it is the case in Ghana or Kenya, you simply go to the Supreme Court. Up to 2011, governorship election petitions were never handled by the Supreme Court. So I think this experience should really inform some concrete amendment of the Constitution. But that can only be anchored on a proper deployment of technology. And what I mean is that if you have the Beavers machine deployed, and you have the Beavers report, and results of elections are transmitted to the central server of the INEC. So we should be talking of 2 reports. Those are the reports that should be taken to the tribunal. But in this case, witnesses, the petitioners are calling witnesses. The respondents are calling witnesses, including the electoral body. After which, of course, the witnesses are going to be cross-examined. It is after the hearing of each of the petitions that the parties will be invited to write written submissions, submit them to the courts, and then have a day to adopt them before the judges will retire to consider the addresses and the evidence led in court. Under the current electoral regime, law regime, you cannot abridge the time. In this case, you are talking of about 5 petitions, 5 election petitions. And everybody, every petitioner wants to have a field day in court.